Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
Wow.
Oh my god, my fucking hair. It's crazy.
Wait,
you're black?
Ooh, what?
What?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
So
We
I
had
don't
no
think
idea.
Blaker's going to be joining us because I tried to call him and he didn't answer.
It's all good. No one's gonna
Okay.
miss him.
What the fuck?
Wow, you're keeping that in the podcast. I'm telling you right now.
No, we
Well,
didn't
here's
start
the
yet.
thing.
We didn't start yet.
It's a good test to see if Blakers even watches the podcast afterwards.
That is true.
Don't have to.
True.
As
I fucking doubt he will.
long as he
And look
participate.
at six is his first time on the podcast, and he knows how to set up his camera the proper way, use a headset, everything.
That up.
What's
Yeah, Blakers, if
Shut
you're
up.
watching, you fucking better take notes, bitch.
You better fucking horizontal, okay? And paying attention.
Wait, what the fuck did he say was a problem?
So his screen is normally like a third of the size. It's on his phone,
He's
so it's
doing
like
it vertical.
horizontal, yeah, or vertical. And then also he's not talking through a headset, so like if I'm talking right now and you have something to say, Discord will throw yours out there as well. But his response, everyone has to be quiet in order to hear his response.
He's talking to his girlfriend
Why don't
half
he
the
just
time.
use his headset?
I don't think he has a laptop or anything.
Who doesn't have a laptop?
I'm
Doesn't
using-
make any sense.
But I'm not even using it. I'm using my headset and I'm using my fucking phone.
Oh. So
Wow.
then
No, it's
You're gonna make it
possible.
work. Blakers, like, fuck.
You make it work, bitch. Come on now.
Make it work. All right.
All right. So
Where?
all of us here have watched Spider-Man. Why don't we start off the conversation with that? Since
okay, so
we have
here's
a
the
fucking
thing.
fanboy in the house.
I did not want to do that because that's just spoilers.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to start off.
Like,
It's been a few
2
weeks.
fucking weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Okay, well, if spoilers from here on out, if you want to if you want to skip spoilers, I don't know, fucking skip ahead. Fuck, it's YouTube. Come on.
I think we can put a break in the video after spoilers. If
Yeah,
that's
we can put a
possible. I don't know.
timestamp somewhere there, but
So starting now, spoilers. all right?
spoilers.
All right.
Okay.
Can you believe that person died? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think they did it perfectly. I think bringing in Tobey Maguire, like the way that they introduce it, and even like giving Andrew Garfield like his spot, I think it was done perfectly in a way that it doesn't like harp on like it doesn't like there's a nostalgia factor, but it pays homage and it does it in a purposeful way, not just to pay homage. You know, like there's the scene where they're just like chatting and they're like getting to know each other, and you're getting like these meaningful moments because of the fact that they come from the different movies and stuff like that.
I just say I was really expecting Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to drop MJ again.
Oh, that
Yeah, right?
scene. But even
I was
after
really
that, I'm
expecting
like,
him to just go smack. I'd be like,
yeah.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting too. Like when you're watching it, did you notice that like even him in the movie, he actually stated like basically him realizing that he's the least favorite Spider-Man.
Yes.
Like he was like, I'm not.
Yes.
I know I'm not as cool as you guys, and it's like I don't know. I'd like
He's Spider-Man
his
3.
Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man 3.
That shit right.
Tobey Maguire's
So, yeah,
Spider-Man
okay,
2.
bitch, send you back first.
But it's
He did
yeah,
disappear
still
first, too.
respectful.
me and Six talked about this today actually about the so Tobey Maguire's the only one that actually creates his own webs, and then the other two are like tech people, right? So Six, developing off of that as well, does that mean that the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is actually portrayed as a less smart person, like tech wise?
Well, they're scientists.
Yeah, they're both scientists. I'd say they're both like they're both like equally smart. None of them is like really smarter than the other one. The other one that's like maybe a little bit less smarter is Tom Holland Spider-Man, because all he has is, and he's still fucking smart as hell. He just has Tony Stark's tech and everything like that. So he doesn't really need to rely on his smarts because he has Tony Stark and his tech.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire doesn't need to rely on tech either because he is like the actual Spider-Man.
Yeah.
One of
all
my
of
favorite
Tobey
scenes
Maguire
though.
and Andrew Garfield, they did the wrong thing, while Tom had relied on like Iron Man and shit like that.
True.
One of my favorite scenes. Now that I forget now. Shit.
Wait, was that was it?
You forgot. You forgot.
I forgot now. I forgot.
There are no favorite scenes. But like,
Shit.
in the original in the
shit.
original movies, he was first like he was a photographer foremost. I feel like in the Tobey Maguire series, they do the photographer thing more than in the other series, or they're just kind of Spider-Man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's definitely brought up more in the first trilogies.
Actually, that brings me to a good point. You know what's one thing that they I don't know if they fucked up on, but the person that ran the Daily Bugle, right, in
J.
Tom
Jonah.
Holland's Spider-Man was the same one that ran it in Tobey Maguire's. I don't know about Andrew Garfield's. I'm not too sure about that one. But they never actually gave him a transition into a multiverse. They just kind of said, "This is the guy that's playing it."
If it's a multiverse, it's a different version of J. Jonah, and it's because they're all, I guess, living in the same. There's no transition, but it's this world's J. Jonah Jameson, and I don't think
just doing. But that's the thing. He's doing the same shit. He's painting Spider-Man as the bad guy. Fucking, same exact. There is no multiverse version of him.
Yeah,
it's just,
but I don't think they need to, since Tobey Maguire, like the Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man doesn't ever meet J. Jonah Jameson. Like, they don't have any interaction. So you don't really have to clarify. Yeah. Where in the original movies, they're interacting because he works at the Daily Bugle.
Here are two of my favorite scenes, now that I actually remember it. The first one was when he goes, "Yeah, I was on a team. I was part of the Avengers," and everyone's like, "What? What does that mean?"
You're part of the Avengers?
Yeah.
Who's that?
But it's cool because this movie makes those movies part of the MCU now. Like,
which means Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is now the oldest MCU.
It's the oldest MCU movie
instead of Iron Man.
Technically.
Well, technically, the oldest MCU is Daredevil. Then
that's true because Daredevil is in.
But it's a different Daredevil. That's not the original Daredevil.
It's still Daredevil.
No, I don't think. But they're not connected. That Daredevil's from the Netflix Daredevil, which it comes way after all that shit. So, I mean, I like the original Daredevil movie, but
if we're talking about the characters that they introduced into the MCU universe, then that would have to be the Daredevil. Was the first time getting any sort of screen time, not that specific actor, right? Or no?
No, they've done Marvel movies before.
There's a Daredevil movie, but it's just.
Wait, has there been a Marvel superhero movie before Daredevil? That we have, I don't know.
Like Netflix Daredevil.
No, before the original Daredevil. You're saying that the original Daredevil is the first. Ghost Rider?
Wait, are you asking me? Okay, Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider.
When was that? What year was that? What year was that though?
Shit,
with Nick Cage?
No,
I know Superman has had a lot of movies way back in the day. Wonder Woman. These are all DC movies.
You're talking about are you talking about movies in general or just Marvel?
Movies in general. Movies in general.
Oh, okay. Well,
like
if that's the case, then fucking.
I mean, Batman.
Probably Superman then.
Superman.
Wait, is Batman? Batman's DC. Movie. Batman's DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman's DC. Yeah.
No, we're talking about Marvel.
The Ben Affleck Daredevil. The Ben Affleck Daredevil was 2003. What was the other one?
Then Spider-Man came before that.
Why?
Spider-Man 2 came out in 2004.
Yeah.
I know that because I have a poster. I have a Spider-Man 2 poster up.
Nerd.
Oh, 2002 was the first Spider-Man.
2002. And then Daredevil came. The Spider-Man.
2004.
Spider-Man. It is. Yeah.
Wow, 6. How does that make you feel, just being born and all when the Spider-Man came out?
No, that's actually kind of crazy. It was born when the first Spider-Man movie came out. It's like kind of mind blowing, actually.
Have you ever seen it?
I was in second grade when that shit came out.
Have you ever seen it? Maybe you didn't. You know, you're so young.
This motherfucker just actually asked me
Who
have I
hasn't
ever.
seen
Of course, I've
Spider-Man?
seen that fucking movie.
You know what's
Have you
crazy?
Hey, Six, do you know what
Everything.
a VHS is?
I have VHS movies in my attic. I have a whole
Yeah,
cabinet
I
of
used to-
VHS
yeah,
movies.
exactly.
You know what's
I
crazy
have
though?
Good Burger on
Everything that
VHS.
everything that Six says about the
What?
MCU cannot be held to heart now because he didn't experience it when it released. You know, he was too young.
Okay.
So
Okay. all right,
everything
all right.
that he talks about this
Yeah.
stuff is a little bit less.
Even though I was reading even like comics before the movies even came, comics from like the 1980s and shit like that. But okay, I
But you
guess.
know, the thing is, it's like, you know, you were watching the first ever Spider-Man probably when like Infinity came out. So it's like,
Shut the fuck up. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But no, I like I said, I don't know if you guys, I'm interested to find this out. And there goes my camera going blurry. I'm gonna do the hand thing like I always do. So if you rank your Spider-Mans 1 through 3,
original
so
Tobey Maguire movies?
Garfield's in third for probably all of it. Yeah, no.
The movies or the actor?
The actors.
Oh,
Like, I mean, mine's
Now, are
probably
we saying Spider-Man or Peter Parker?
same thing.
no.
No. It's not the same thing.
But what do you mean?
Because you can.
Oh,
you
okay,
can,
I guess so. I get what you mean.
Yeah, like
Okay,
Andrew
okay.
Garfield's portrayal. Go ahead,
You
go
go
ahead.
hard. You want to go first?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
go
go
for it. Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Peter Parker. First of all, I think his portrayal of Peter Parker was ass. First of all, Spider-Man got bitches. Spider-Man is not supposed to be getting bitches. Spider-Man's supposed to be a nerd, and how he was written was terrible. I did not like the way it was written because it wasn't comic book accurate. They made him cool. That's not how Peter Parker is supposed to be.
Do you
they didn't
resonate
make
with
him cool.
that Peter Parker then? Because you two don't get bitches?
I mean, low-key. Yeah, I've been bitchless for a while, but
They call me
Yeah, I mean-
Andrew behind my back. I don't even know about it. I actually like that Spider-Man over Tom Holland's. I think right now,
Ooh.
because if you think about it, hear me out. Andrew Garfield's one, he might have had a bitch, right? But at the end of the day, the motherfucker let it die. Let it die. I said it die. Let her die.
Let the relationship die.
No.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire did.
had a girl.
yeah, but he didn't let it die.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man hasn't lost anyone out of all the Spider-Mans.
That's not
Well,
true. Uncle Ben.
I mean, my
I was gonna say-
Uncle
And
Ben,
his-
but they all lost Uncle Ben.
and
So
his best friend.
Well, Tom Holland never had an Uncle Ben.
that is true.
No,
I
just
keep
play it
forgetting
on
that they
me, yeah.
just.
I don't know if they allude
never,
to
they
him
never rid him in.
of Uncle Ben in Tom Holland verse. I don't think so.
So,
they say
Was
it. but they
Uncle
don't.
Ben in like the actual comic books?
100%.
Yeah, mhm.
100%.
Uncle. Yeah. Uncle
So
Ben
then
was
they kind of fucked that up with Tom Holland Spider-Man. Then right there alone.
I think the reason that is the whole MCU verse is the whole they've connected it with Iron Man, and because the first Spider-Man movie is Civil War, right? They introduce him in Civil War, and then there's a Spider-Man. So the fact that he's too close connected to this new tech and this whole team and whatever is the reason that Tobey Maguire gets an origin story with the whole spider biting him. I don't think we see Tom Holland getting bit by a spider in the first Spider-Man. It's just kind of he's Spider-Man, and
right.
so that's why we get the nerdy Tobey Maguire, scientist, photographer, all that stuff, and that's probably why he's the best Peter Parker. But again, I really liked him as Spider-Man in general. I think
Same here.
But I do think that they don't do the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man banter enough, where he's not witty enough. He doesn't even make enough. It's too serious, you know. In all the Tom Holland, in all the movies. And that's kind of lost.
Behind me, but the fucking banana swaying. I can see it in my camera. It's swaying.
It is
gently.
swaying. He's judging us.
if we're talking about them as like actors, I think Tom Holland's a better actor than both of them.
Well, yeah, because he
especially
is.
for the role he played.
Yeah.
I think he's a better actor. Yeah.
I'm actually really excited to see him in Uncharted, to be honest.
Ugh.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I played all the Uncharted games. Video game adaptations suck. They
Did you watch
fucking ass
Arcane?
because
Did you watch Arcane?
What about Tomb Raider? Or
did I
Tomb
watch
Raider?
what?
Arcane, the League of Legends.
Okay, no, I didn't.
You should watch
I did
Arcane.
not
It's
watch
the
that.
greatest video game adaptation to date. It's fantastic. It's on Netflix. The series.
What about Tomb Raider?
Okay. Tomb Raider. I
didn't watch it.
never. Tomb Raider was okay. Tomb Raider was okay. See, this is why video game adaptation sucks. The reason why video game adaptations suck is because the people that they get to make the movies, they don't know shit about the game. They just what they do is that they tell the people who make the games, or most of them don't even do that. They just give them the rights to make this game.
Yeah.
And they just go from there. They do a little bit of research on the game. They don't know shit about it really, as like they're not as passionate as like the fans are or the directors of the games and shit. So they're going into it like they're making their own adaptation of it. Their own adaptation fucking sucks because people want a video game accurate game. And yeah, that's like most of the
The
time.
trailer for Uncharted, at least the first trailer. I didn't see the second trailer, but
yeah,
it looks bad. And there's a lot.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, his acting, like we're praising his acting for Spider-Man, but in this, you can hear it. He's bad. These lines are delivered.
Yeah.
I didn't
bad.
think so. I thought no. I think so. That was what I was
Tom
worried
Holland
about.
is
I think
also-
a lot of,
Tom Holland is
I think a
also-
lot.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of people are gonna typecast him. So like that's why you're always gonna have
He
like
doesn't
that
look like
thought in the back of your
Nathan.
head.
He doesn't
Well,
look
I
like
mean-
Nathan.
Hell no, it doesn't look like Nathan. It looks like, you know what I think they're
He
going
looks like a
for?
fucking kid.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so do you know, you remember in Uncharted 3 in the scene where they go back in time to where he's a kid, right? Where he's a kid and he first meets
But
Sully
that's
and
not
shit
what
like
they're
that.
doing.
Yeah, no, that's not what
That
they're
would
doing.
make
And it
more
looks like
sense.
when I first seen it, I'm like, okay, so like, are they going with that? Like, and I was like, okay, wait, never mind. Fuck no, they're not. And the thing is, the fucking Uncharted game, it's gone through so many directors, and they gave up on it. They abandoned it. And other directors that came in, they quit. And other directors came in. So it's like, I'm not excited for it. I'm like,
Mark Wahlberg
yeah,
as Sully is the worst casting decision
it's fucking
of
bad,
all time.
bad.
So is Tom Holland. Tom Holland is very bad too. They made a short film with Nathan Fillion. Did anyone watch this? There's a 20-minute short film with Nathan Fillion.
I did.
It is
I did.
fantastic. And Nathan Fillion is perfect as Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Tom Holland has admitted that his portrayal of Nathan Drake was wrong. He literally said, I should have done this different. Looking back on it. And he himself has admitted that he did it the wrong way. And you can totally tell in the trailer. He looks off. He looks just he doesn't look
Let
like
me ask
Nathan
you
Drake.
something about the movie too, real quick. So since they did the whole everyone forgetting Peter Parker, right, being Spider-Man, wouldn't that technically mean that he never defeated Mysterio? He never like met Tony Stark. He never did all this shit.
It just means everyone
No,
forgets.
because Spider-Man is everyone still knows who Spider-Man
Yeah,
is.
they just don't
They
know
Not
just
Peter
Peter
don't know
Parker.
who
Parker.
Peter Parker is.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's why when you see him at the grave of May, Happy goes, "How do you know her?" And he goes, "Through Spider-Man." And he goes, "Same here."
So wait,
Yeah.
so here's the thing though.
Stupid bitch.
He was in his senior year of high school when this movie took place.
hmm
Also,
Yeah.
fuck you. Second thing is, so why couldn't he just try to develop a friendship in the school or something like that with those people?
What do you
Does
mean?
that make sense? Like they didn't like show him going back to school to develop these friendships, or was it already after the fact?
Well,
Like
he's
they
going to
already
college.
graduated.
At the end, he's going to college.
Yeah,
And he
and not
goes
only that,
to-
but no one knows who Peter Parker is. So it's not like he can just jump into the school because
Yeah.
everyone at the school is not going to know who the fuck Peter Parker is. He's just going to be some random guy that walked into a school.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah.
Okay.
And one other thing that I don't know who here watched the Venom 1 and 2.
No.
No, okay,
I've
so
seen one, not two.
Yeah.
okay, so you watched it. I'm not gonna say enough for Choo Choo Monkey, but the end credits. I bet y'all were fucking confused at the end credits of fucking Spider-Man No Way Home. You weren't, Jill.
No.
So you know.
I understand why he would. Yeah, I get why Tom Hardy was there and what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
I
I'm
want
gonna
Tom
be like
Hardy
this.
to be Venom. I don't
Exactly.
know why they have to do this.
Blueballed the fuck out of us. Blueballed the fuck out of us
Yeah.
with that
Why?
when they sent him back. Because I wanted Tom Hardy was
Because he could have
perfect
been
as
in the
Venom.
fucking movie.
Yeah,
He
he
could
was
have been
perfect
in the
as Eddie
fucking
Brock.
movie.
Because of the spell, Tom Hardy's Venom gets put into this universe and then
Right.
taken out at the end credits scene. But the Venom itself kind of stays on the table and you see it there.
Wait, so
Yeah, a
what
little
about
piece
the
of the
other end
symbiote.
credit though?
What was the
Wasn't
other
that
end
just-
credit?
Doctor Strange.
That was just the multiverse.
Oh, that was a trailer.
That was just a trailer.
That was a trailer.
Yeah, that was a
That's a trailer.
trailer.
Which it looks
Wow.
dope, but
Yeah, that does look dope.
I want Tom Hardy to be Venom. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
But
hear me
this
out.
seems
There's
like they're going to
spoilers.
recast him.
There's two things that we also picked up on that were also foreshadowing shit. One was when who was it? Was
Yeah,
it
suck
what?
Sorry.
When I forget who said it, but somebody said that there should be a black Spider-Man. Was it
Oh,
The electric guy?
Miles. Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I think Six froze.
Six did.
Sure did. he laughed too hard. And made
He
the
got
shit
way
shut
too
down.
excited.
Yeah.
He was getting pulled
And
back
then-
into the other universe.
The other thing was also when Tom Holland's or Peter Parker's friend gave the ring back to Doctor Strange, and he goes, "Wait, you opened up a portal?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Really?" And then they kind of carried on. I think something's going to tie in there where Doctor Strange is going to be teaching him that to like keep
Because-
Peter.
He
Or
said that because the ring had nothing to do with it. That's my guess.
I think the ring had something to do with it, but they might go the Hobgoblin way.
Oh no, Kenny's right. Kenny is right because he also did say when he was walking up the stairs, "Wait, you're a magician?" My mom says we have magician running in our bloodline.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for Six though. Because Six is definitely interested in the shit.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't know, man.
You laughed too hard and made your shit shut down.
Probably did.
But if they do, because they've said they are gonna do more Spider-Man. I think.
Yeah, they said they're definitely not done with Spider-Man.
They have to. They fucking let it. Like have so many fucking loose ends right now.
A lot, yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, not for the older ones. They cleared
You
up
have-
all of those.
You
But
have Ned possibly being a fucking superhero now,
Possibly.
and then you have fucking Venom is now in the fucking universe. So there's a lot of fucking loose ends here, man.
I think what they're trying to
They're-
do is they're all trying to make a comic book accurate. They're trying to make comic book accurate again because we all know the MCU has kind of delved off away from the comic accuracy. They wanted to do their own thing. You see Spider-Man, his new suit at the end of the movie, like at the very end of the movie. That's his suit in the comics. You
Classic.
now, classic, the classic suit. Now Venom is entering his universe, so Venom's gonna be in his universe now, and that's what I feel like they're doing. It's just they're trying to make everything more comic book accurate.
which is good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They're gonna like
wonder if we're gonna
Especially
have,
for
like-
the fans of comics.
because all the
I wonder if
MCU
we're gonna have
movies.
like a Tobey Maguire's Venom.
No,
Remember?
that was
No.
bad casting too. Spider-Man 3. What's his name? Toby something.
No,
fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying how like Venom took over like Tobey Maguire's body.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if that's gonna happen to Tom Holland.
there's rumors that Andrew Garfield is going to get a third movie because there were plans for a third movie that were scrapped, where it would be Venom versus Spider-Man. So we might get a Venom versus Spider-Man with a Andrew Garfield type movie.
Do you
Plus, we're
think that
getting
they're fully
Spider-Verse.
done? Do you think that they're fully done with Tobey Maguire?
Yes,
Yeah, they're done.
it's a
done.
good
also
homage.
good
It's a fantastic.
Exactly. I mean, the reason why I put Toby and Andrew put in the movie, of course, for the universe coming together, and shit. But it was also a good, callback to them because they're like for a lot of people. Even Andrew Garfield is still a fan favorite, and Tobey Maguire is definitely a fan favorite. So it's like to bring that nostalgia back and everything. So people love
nostalgia.
that shit.
Homie was born after the movie's released.
Suck my dick. No, I was born when the movie released. Right. So you can kiss my ass.
Even for Tobey Maguire, there was a 4th movie planned that was canceled.
So maybe they will do something, or just maybe have him travel in.
That's a lot of Spider-Mans we got. That's a lot of Spider-Man.
I mean, a lot of people want Andrew Garfield to get a 3rd movie since he never had a trilogy.
There's a push to that.
Yeah.
Because everyone's so they liked him in this movie.
Yeah.
But we're getting the animated one too with Into the Spider-Verse. We're getting a second one.
Yeah.
So who do you think they're gonna cast as that Spider-Man though? If they bring
Miles
him into
Morales?
the multiverse? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, there's a ton of people.
I don't know.
All black
I don't
people.
know if
So it's like it doesn't really matter.
Kevin Hart, awful type, awful casting.
No. It's got to be a younger person.
You know who I think they wasted in the MCU that they would have been a really good one is Michael B. Jordan.
Well, who is he in?
He's
Killmonger.
Killmonger. Yeah.
Right. They could do 2. But I don't think he plays the part from. He's too old. He's too. At least in the games or in Spider-Verse, at least he's a younger, kind of more Tobey Maguire.
Tom Holland type.
Yeah.
For Tom Holland type.
Tom Holland.
He's a black Tom
Holland. To get a perfect, to get a good Miles Morales pick. Yeah. I mean, you need to get somebody who's first black, and he's got to be like
as a white guy.
He's got to be 6'11". He's like casting himself for the movie.
No, but he got to be at least like 18, 19. I think like 20 is a little bit of a stretch because, I mean, unless you can get somebody like Tom Holland. Tom Holland would look like he was like fucking 14 when he was 20. So, I mean, it all depends.
Six, I think you could be Spider-Man, but the only thing is you're too tall for Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm way too tall.
And also your voice, you're more like Venom.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know. I mean, the movie, I'm excited. I'm excited for anything else that they do for the movies. It's just, there's so many other characters in Marvel that I want to see them do something with. And it's like,
they got a lot of stuff coming up, bro.
I mean,
they've got Ghost Rider, they got Moon Knight, they got
Moon Knight. Yeah.
Wait, Ghost Rider, isn't that the one with
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, so
there were rumors Keanu was gonna be Ghost Rider, but I don't know.
Too many fucking things, bro.
Yo, let's get Keanu in the MCU, bro. He could be a superhero.
You know who Keanu Reeves should be?
Who?
Daredevil.
Who?
We already got a Daredevil, bro.
Yeah.
I like him as Daredevil. No,
Keanu
fuck no.
As Daredevil.
Dude, when he came up in the movie, I gasped. I was like,
hey.
I was like, holy shit.
Okay, does any of you all know who Norman Reedus is?
Yeah.
He's actually
Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's actually supposed to be. There's rumors that he's actually supposed to be playing Ghost Rider.
Awful.
Sure.
I can see it.
Why? Because he drove a motorcycle in fucking Walking Dead. That means he should be the motorcycle person in MCU. Fucking step to the side, though.
Typecast.
Yeah. I mean, typecast. There you go, bitch.
Nah, I hate that shit. That shit's corny as fuck. So here's the thing. Like, for actors, I feel like if you sign a role, you are typecasted, regardless if they think like, oh no, we can work around it. Tom Holland, you're fucking Spider-Man. Any movie you go in, people are gonna see you and they're gonna think Spider-Man. Same thing with Norman Reedus. You got famous off of.
There's some people that aren't typecasted.
Like,
I mean, not in the MCU, but I'm saying like actors in general. There's a lot of actors that aren't typecasted.
I mean, for a good example, you have Jamie Foxx. You have one movie in Django Unchained. He's playing a goddamn slave, and then he's playing Electro in Spider-Man.
But these are all like minuscule parts. I'm talking about they're focusing a movie around him.
You have to have the look.
You
have to have the look. You have to have the type of character. I mean, Tom Holland. I mean, he's very different from Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I don't know if he was necessarily typecasted, but he's a younger, I don't know, dude, actor, and
Not the fucking guy's name, but who's the guy that fucking played Forrest Gump?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. He's a guy that's not typecast either. He's done
No, no,
everything
a lot of
from
very
fucking
versatile
playing Woody from
actors.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
No, but
to-
you guys are missing something. Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, I'm talking about movies that are like trilogies and huge fucking like MCU fucking DC and shit like that. Like when you look at fucking you can say one of the Batmans. Like you still in your mind when you're watching a movie with, Ben Affleck. If that was a Batman that you liked, you're gonna think of Batman. You're not gonna think of, when he was the accountant or whatever, like some shit.
Well, yeah, but that's not because they're typecasted. That's because that's like their best role.
Right, but then
I don't
any
think people
movie
think Batman's his
thereafter-
best role.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably his best role either.
I like.
he was pretty.
I like him as
probably-
No,
Batman.
no, not
The problem
fucking,
with
not
those movies
fucking Ben
were
Affleck.
the writing and the directing and Zack Snyder,
Yeah,
a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, the best. I mean, of course, we don't know since Robert Pattinson is going to be playing, so he might take that
That's
throne.
okay.
But
Look, the casting in general in the MCU has been fantastic. There have been
Oh, yeah, definitely.
no
Fucking phenomenal.
nobody really who's been wrongly casted. Name one. Yeah.
Off
Well,
the top,
didn't
I
we
would
say
I'd have to think about
Andrew-
it. I'd have to
Didn't
think
you guys
about
say
it.
Andrew Garfield?
I mean,
Nah,
not
that's just the
really
way he was
MCU,
written. That's just the way
but That
he
was a
written.
bad. Yeah, it was bad writing. It was bad. It was just a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with
Mhm.
Andrew Garfield. The first
Yeah.
one was good.
I-
The Amazing
Andrew
Spider-Man
Garfield
1 was good.
I don't know. So there's part of me that wants to love the Zendaya MJ because I actually really do like Zendaya. I think she's like cool and shit. But the thing is, like compared to the other MJs, she's just so much more like dark.
Better?
Dark.
No pun intended.
What do you mean?
like her
Oh,
outlook.
you know.
I get it.
Her
I get
outlook
it, but
her outlook on life is
Yeah,
like
she-
darker than
she's-
any other MJ.
sure,
Which I
but
like that. That's better. I'm
It's-
tired of these little preppy ass white girls. Like,
yeah, I think the female kind of role here is just a little bit different now. You're
Yeah,
not
I think
gonna
she's
get
the
an
most
MJ.
attractive one. She's definitely the most attractive one.
Oh yeah, by far. I mean,
100%.
I was tired.
I like
Most
Zendaya.
of the most of the Mary Janes, like, or people that got to play Mary Janes, it was just like,
I mean,
they're
Emma
basic as
Stone, though.
fuck.
Hmm?
Hey, okay, yeah, Emma Stone
That's
was
Gwen, but
pretty
that's-
fire. Yeah, but I mean, all of the Spider-Man before Zendaya, all of the Spider-Man female interests were like kind of like one and the same. I mean, they weren't really that different. I kind of liked that they went with Zendaya and gave her like her different personality and stuff like that. They didn't keep it basic with the same shit. So
And
I thought that was
There
way
are
better.
again rumors that Emma Stone will be Spider-Gwen in a new
Saw
Spider-Man
that.
movie.
yeah. I saw that too.
Which she could probably pull that off
Yeah,
pretty
I love
well.
it. It's great.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely, yeah.
You can bring her. You can.
And how tight
if-
that suit is, am I right?
Hmm.
yeah, especially in like the
But-
white. But, yeah.
hmm Yeah, the white, yeah, got that.
So are we
Oh, yeah.
so we're let everyone go jerk off and we'll be back or
Wait, hold on, real quick. Did y'all see the Matrix movie, the new one?
No.
no?
I
Heard
heard
it was
that
bad.
shit was fucking terrible. Like
it was bad.
bad. Yeah.
I believe it. I mean, it was a fucking cult classic, and there's just fucking like a shit ton of fanboys out there for it. So anything fucking new is gonna just be subpar.
They probably made it
Yeah.
less dark, bro. That's what they've been doing with a lot of these older movies. Is they'll
Mhm,
recreate them with a less dark humor so that they can have a larger fan base.
mhm.
Not dark humor, but less dark like imagery.
Well,
Like if I remember
I mean,
correctly, like the OG Keanu Reeves shit was like
Yeah,
he was
I mean,
a
that shit was
slayer.
And the good thing is, you say that. That's why people, like I said, like I was saying before, and a TikTok video. I mean, that's why people do not like DC movies, because DC movies are dark, they're gritty. Marvel movies are fun, playful,
No.
stupid ass jokes.
Yes.
Yes.
n-
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the mass appeal is fine, but Like Joker, really good movie.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
The problem was people like Man of Steel. These movies are very like divisive, whether you like them or you hated them, because it's a dark Superman, and some people don't want a dark Superman story. But the problem was essentially producers at the top. They wanted to do Justice League. They wanted to do a dark storyline, what Zack Snyder wanted to do. He's not a great director. These movies weren't perfect, but look what happened with Suicide Squad, right? The original Suicide Squad was supposed to be dark and gritty, and with Will Smith as Deadshot. And what they basically did was they tore it up and turned it into a PG-13 movie, and they took out tons of scenes. And they made it very PG, and the storyline was completely different. And there was a ton of different stuff that was supposed to be in the movie because
they cut so much shit out.
Because the people at the top thought that a PG-13 movie would have more mass appeal and it would make more money. Turns out it was a terrible movie at release, and of course nobody's gonna watch a terrible movie. And then you get the new Suicide Squad, which was R-rated, directed by James Gunn, great director, who did the Guardians movies, and very, very R-rated, extremely R-rated, and it did fantastic, and it was a fantastic movie. People love it.
Fucking DC though.
When I see things about,
well, we're saying
DC movies.
What's the new Suicide Squad? I don't think I've ever even seen it.
It's called Suicide Squad. You should watch it.
Is that the one with the shark guy in it? And then
yeah, King Shark. Yeah, King Shark. Yeah.
Got Idris Elba.
Right.
Idris Elba is Deadshot.
I don't know if I've seen it either. Now I think about it.
You should. It's fantastic.
No, it's really good. You should see.
Like
it's got
John Cena.
John Cena is a peacekeeper.
The original one was with the Australian guy, right? That was the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Captain Boomerang. Yeah,
he's in that. He's in this movie too.
Okay.
Yeah, and
they made
like, when
Joker.
I talk about the DC movies.
Go ahead.
Like the Batman trilogy from Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. A fucking amazing trilogy.
Those movies are dark.
I think. Those movies are dark, and people love those movies. But people love those movies because at the time, as far as like Marvel movies go, first of all, the MCU wasn't a thing. MCU was not even a thing. But fucking DC, when the fucking Batman trilogy came out, Batman trilogy was killing Marvel in the movie game. But as soon as the MCU came out, and it also brought in a new, different audience. It brought in an audience it was more kid-friendly. And they brought in, of course, you have all these motherfucking kids in the world who watch and love these superheroes. So a lot more people are going to watch those. A lot more kids, I think, are going to watch those than watch dark, gritty DC movies. They're going to want to watch Marvel movies that are more kid-friendly, bright lights, colors, and shit like that. So also the MCU brought in the huge other demographic that the DC, I don't think, really pulled in as good as Marvel did.
But they don't need to, because their fan base is still just as strong. Not just as strong as MCU. I think DC has a really good following as well. But the MCU is bigger because they have they have the younger generation. But if DC changed it and kind of I think the farthest thing they went to make it more appealing was Suicide Squad. And I know it's still rated R, but they did that fucking more colorful bullshit that MCU did. But even then, it's not the same as like you said, the Batman movies, the Joker movies, all that shit. Even if you think back to the older Batman shit, when it was Danny DeVito as fucking the Penguin, and you had Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Ice Guy,
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
some of them were great. Some of them were great.
I said the Ice Guy, not
the Ice Guy.
Oh, I thought you said.
Or Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Hell yeah.
I would fucking love to see Jim Carrey as the Joker.
Have you seen the new Batman trailer?
Jim Carrey's probably not going to do any more movies. After the Sonic one comes out, I think he's done.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's kind of gone off the deep end, and no one really wants to hire him anymore.
Yeah, and like he's something wrong.
He's
with him,
doing that
man.
series.
I don't know what it
He's
is.
got balloons, whatever
You
it's
have,
called.
you have to realize Arcade is like fucking Jim Carrey when it comes to a lot of things. Like
Yeah, all I
everything's
need
an
is a beard.
illusion. Yeah,
Look, because
like
Jim Carrey he figured it out. But Jim Carrey was at some point.
It's like because Jim Carrey's fucking.
Jim Carrey
woke,
got
man.
enlightened. He got woke. Okay, and he just
No, he's got fucking weird.
whatever.
yeah, it's the
whatever.
wrong W word there.
But yeah.
But yeah, you said something about the. By the way, if you all haven't seen the fucking Batman trailer, you
It's
need to
sick.
go watch this shit.
We saw it in the movie theater.
Yeah, it's fucking
Robert
amazing.
Pattinson as Batman. Oh,
Wait, how weird? Wait, hold on. How fucking weird is that? That we saw a Batman trailer during an MCU movie.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing because I recently
weird.
saw the trailer in the movie.
I don't know.
I mean, when I saw
I don't know if
Robert,
Marvel can stop them
Robert
from.
Pattinson as Spider-Man.
They can decide if they don't want their direct
No, I don't think they
competitor
can
to.
choose the trailers that come before that. It's the movie theaters.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
it's
that
a movie
so,
that they control that shit.
I don't think.
Right?
There's a ton of different studios that are. I saw the dog movie with fucking. What's his name?
It's literally called Dog.
Dog.
Yeah,
Channing Tatum.
These are different studios. They want their movies.
That movie looks
People are
fucking
paying.
awesome, by the way.
I
wanna see it.
kind of want to see it too.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can decide that. They can decide to put a trailer at the end of the movie. But
You have to realize, fucking Amazon owns the AMC theaters. So if let's say Amazon bought out MCU, guess what? DC ain't getting their shit on there. You have to realize Amazon's buying up more things than you fucking think about, bro.
Amazon. Okay, well, first of all, Disney is not. Wait. You said wait. Repeat that whole sentence of what you just said.
Amazon owns AMC theaters. So Amazon's the one that's actually making the decisions of what they are displaying on that screen. Because Amazon literally had, I asked Kenny, I was like, isn't that weird that Amazon has a thing telling people to sign up for their movie streaming service? And I was like,
Yeah,
that's right. Amazon owns AMC. I forgot about that. So Amazon's the one that's actually controlling what you're seeing on that screen, not the movie itself, obviously.
Look,
the previews and shit like that.
If DC paid them a bunch of money to put the Batman movie trailer before Spider-Man, they're gonna take the money. They're gonna take the money, put the movie.
Right.
That's it. I don't think it's anything more than
that.
that.
I mean, right. At the end of the day, it's just money and business. But it is weird to see. It's like, because a lot of times MCU and DC people kind of like clash. It's not like it's not always the people that just like superheroes in general. I think it's very clashy. Like saying Superman's better than,
It is.
Did you ever do that Superman versus Captain Marvel thing? He froze again. There he is.
Yeah, I can see. I don't know. It's like I feel like if you love DC, then you gotta love Marvel. It's like that's how it is for me, because like there's a lot of adaptations like that are copied from one another. Like fucking
Quicksilver and the Flash.
Let's see. What?
Quicksilver and Flash.
Quicksilver,
Flash is cooler.
Deadshot, Bullseye, Killer Croc, the Lizard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot
There's
of.
gotta be an
of
electric one as well, right? There's gotta be an electric one for both.
Black Lightning, Electro.
Black Lightning, yeah.
Right. Yeah, fucking Batman and Moon Knight. I mean, the Green Arrow, fucking Hawkeye, fucking carbon copy right there. Just fucking different name. Fuck. I mean, and I feel like if you like one, you have to like the other. And I can get why people like argue, because like I'll argue this shit till I fucking die. But like I love them both equally. But there are some aspects I love more than others. I like more aspects of DC than Marvel. I love more aspects of Marvel than DC, but I love them equally, both.
So throughout the years, who do you think has done a better job casting as of now for parts, Marvel versus DC? Talking about
Marvel, no question. I think so. Yeah.
Marvel's also has more chances, I think, because they're coming out with way more movies than DC.
Marvel's more established.
But then they've had more chances to also fuck up. You have to realize
not only that, but once Marvel casts someone for their movies, that's it. they can't go to DC unless they fucking end their contract. Once they're in Marvel,
No, there
they're
are
locked in.
people from DC and
I realize that, but that's because their contract ended.
I was gonna ask, did anyone ever make that switch from one to the other?
There has, pretty sure.
Yeah.
The fuck is his name? Fuck. We were literally just talking about him. Ben Affleck, Daredevil, Batman.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's, yeah.
And actually,
That's
those
it.
weren't even that far apart, actually. From like
No, not really.
his Daredevil to the first Batman they
like,
did.
directors like
Not really
James
that far
Gunn
apart.
directed Guardians 1 to 3, and he directed Suicide Squad.
Daredevil was a one-off thing, and then Batman was a fucking trilogy with him.
Mhm.
We
once that
disagree.
fucking-
We
once
don't
the
talk about Daredevil really.
I thought it was decent for the first
For
time.
the time, sure.
I think
Wait,
Daredevil is
yeah,
actually
but that
pretty
movie,
sick.
I would definitely not go back now. I would actually not go back
Nobody
now.
wants
And
to
what the
introduce that
yeah.
into the
Fuck
into
no.
the new shit. You know?
I actually think Daredevil's a pretty cool concept. I mean,
Dude, the
he-
Netflix
he
series is
even- fuck yeah.
fantastic.
he even amazed Spider-Man sitting at the table when he caught that brick when it came through the window. It's like,
I love
I'm
that.
a really good
How did you
lawyer.
do that? I'm
His-
a really
his-
good lawyer.
yeah,
A
It
good
was
line.
so fucking funny. It was so fucking funny. Like, because I was in, me and a couple of my boys, we went to the movie theater and we was watching that shit. And we was in a theater that, like, mostly nobody fucking knew what the fuck was going on for the most part. So when this old block, wait, can I say that word?
what?
Can I say that word?
No.
I can't? Okay, damn. I wanted to know
I don't
before I just blurted out and said it.
Why?
Before this old blind motherfucker walked in with a damn cane.
You probably
No,
can.
I'm over
actually,
here.
But I don't
You're
know.
gonna say the N-word.
You can probably. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Let's just be
Yeah,
on the
I
safe
was, yeah.
side and not.
Just be okay. Well, with this old blind motherfucker walked in with a cane and red glasses. I'm over here in the seat fangirling, and nobody knows who the fuck. I'm like, I'm expecting some type of reaction. I'm like, okay, let me.
I've never
told you
seen
I
the
was-
Fuck
Daredevil
up.
show.
I
I've never
reacted.
seen a Daredevil show, but you can even ask Joey. As soon as I saw that guy walk in, I was like, that's fucking Daredevil.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That was like pretty fucking. That was like pretty fucking.
I thought
dope
it
to
was
see
dope.
him in it. Yeah, it
So,
was. It definitely
Let's
was.
talk about fucking movie theater etiquette while we're here too, because we had multiple people's phones going off. The people next to us, they had the bright ass light going off on their phone, like they
Yo,
were
when
checking the time.
Yo, when I was watching Spider-Man, the guy right next to me, fucking on his phone every time there was like people talking, and the fucking phone is not even like put the darkness down. You know, it's like fucking. It's just that.
Fuck.
That was the one guy,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep watching the movie, but I see it in my peripheral.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
ruining
it's annoying
it.
as fuck.
Watch the movie.
I didn't have it. The one thing that kept annoying me is that I had a little girl keep kicking the back of my fucking seat. So I'm sitting here chilling, watching the movie, and all of a sudden, every fucking time I'm like, oh my
I hate
god,
that shit, bro. What the fuck?
4D, fucking
Is that why
4D
you went to
movie.
go- Is that why you went to go fucking see it twice? Because the first time got ruined by the little girl?
low key, yeah, low key, yeah, because that
Just
shit was
wanted-
just. I
He just wanted another
wanted
back
to backhand
massage.
the fuck. No, I wanted to backhand the fuck out of her. Jesus Christ. But I don't. I feel like if you're going to a movie theater, like, don't take kids. Like, dead ass. Don't take your kids.
So here,
They want.
bring your kids when it's a month after release. There you go.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
don't know, because
agree.
if I have kids, I'm like a really big MCU fan. So if I have kids and another fucking movie comes out, I'm taking them because
You want to
Wait,
see
I
it
want to go
now?
fucking see it before I can see fucking.
I wait till that bitch comes out on
spoilers.
DVD.
Nah, fuck that.
Not for
I
a
don't
movie
wanna
like
see
Blu-ray.
Spider-Man, bro. Not for this kind of movie.
No. For fuck
other
the
movie,
kid.
sure, yeah.
I'm going to watch Spider-Man. Fuck the
Exactly.
kid. You can stay home, do whatever. But
But they want to go.
when it comes out on DVD, when it comes out on DVD, I'm gonna buy it and he gonna watch it at the house. He gonna sit his last at the house and watch it. That's how it's gonna work.
And you'll
Yeah,
watch
you
it
ain't
again.
Yes, damn Skippy. Yeah.
Hey,
Watch it.
off topic, but I want to see that bread pillow. You 6.
Oh,
He's like, who?
yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
when
great.
I opened the box, this shit smelled like fresh fucking bread. And that, like, I walked into a fucking, like, you know, the bakery section at
smells
like
like bread?
Walmart. I walked in that bitch, got that bread smell, and it smelled just like this, bro. I'm like,
It's a
dead
pillow?
ass.
Fucking weird. That's
Yes.
weird as
And it
fuck.
smells
Fresh
like bread.
baked bread.
It still smells like bread?
Yes. No, not now. But when I first opened the box, it just like I just got hit with like a fucking
Bread.
bakery. Just hit me in my fucking face. Yeah. And that shit
That's
was
funny.
fucking delicious. Yeah.
Did you finish that fucking tub?
Hell yeah, I finished that shit. That shit.
No,
a
you
while
did
ago.
not.
No, you
swear to
fucking
God.
did not.
There's no.
If I could
Tub of
prove
what?
it, I could. If I could prove it, I would. It was like how many pounds was it? How many pounds?
5.
Yeah, it was a 5 pound like bucket of a sour
Charlie
gummy
gummy
worms. Yeah, Charlie gummy worms, and I finished it. But I gave the bucket to my little sister because she wanted to put change in it. So she's like, "Oh, can I have this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done with it." So yeah, take it. So, but yeah,
Wait,
I
let me
finished
lick
this,
the sour
good.
batches.
Yeah, but this shit was good though. Yeah,
Charlie smacks.
they do smack. Hey, yo, Loki, when I went to go watch Spider-Man, I snuck 2 bags of Charlies in there and a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I put them bitches in the back of my hood.
What?
No one saw. No one saw.
Nobody, I always smuggle candy
No, you know
and
why
water
they didn't
bottles.
say
And
anything?
they don't say
What?
shit. I always smuggle candy and water bottles into a movie theater
Oh yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Not paying for
You know why they
$4
didn't
for
say-
water.
You sick about smuggling the fucking Chick-fil-A?
What?
Because they don't fucking mess with no black man with his chicken.
Fuck around and lose an eye out here, bitch.
So,
Yeah, bro.
and not only that, I don't think anyone can see inside your hood. You're fucking 6'11", bro.
True.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Hold
motherfucker
on,
on a
sir.
second
Let me
story.
get my step stool real quick.
Hey, no, it was some bullshit though because I thought I put one packet of Chick-fil-A sauce in my pocket. I meant to put the bitches in my hood. I put one in my hood, and
The
then
guy
I
goes
sat
to pat you
down.
Bop.
I sat down and like my pockets are deep, so they kind of like go under my ass. So when I sat down, I tried. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yo,
No
No.
shot.
mooshed.
Let me get up in there. But
Ew.
yeah. Shit, but yeah, that's fun.
I don't remember chocolate sauce.
Oh,
Yeah, but fuck it. Actually, when's the last time y'all went to a fucking movie theater when it wasn't to see Spider-Man? When's the last time y'all went?
I've been watching a lot of movies.
Infinity War?
No, we went.
I saw
we went,
Encanto.
Kenny, me and you just something guy with Ryan
Oh.
Reynolds.
I watched Kingsman.
We just were there like 2 months ago at
Free Guy?
Cinemark. Free Guy. We went there, yeah.
I haven't seen
Free Guy, that movie.
but I watched
Until
Kingsman.
Infinity.
That movie is fantastic.
Kingsman. That movie
That
was good. Yeah,
banging.
Kingsman. Yeah.
Free Guy had a lot of
Until-
references to fucking MCU. That was fucking cool.
Oh
He
yeah.
had fucking Captain America's
Until the
shield, and he had
fucking,
Hulk's fucking fist.
I know streamers were in there.
Mm,
I know
Yeah.
Ninja
Yeah.
was in there, right?
bro.
Jacksepticeye was in there.
Jacksepticeye.
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Did you say
What's that fucking
PewDiePie?
Pewdie
What's that
with a
fucking
P.
Australian guy's
PewDiePie.
name?
Huh?
The
No.
Australian guy's name. He's a Fortnite fucking YouTuber. I forget his
Courage.
fucking name.
Courage?
That's not Australian, my
Courage.
I don't
friend.
fucking know. I don't know them by a
Or New Zealand, maybe.
country.
Laserbeam.
Oh yeah,
I've
yeah.
never seen Laserbeam.
You're not missing much.
You all won't fucking believe me when I say this, but the last
believe
time
it.
I've been to the movie theater, fuck you. I went to saw Avengers Infinity War and Endgame in theaters, but I haven't seen, and before that, I haven't been to a movie theater since The Dark Knight Rises came out.
It's a decent amount of time.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so long as fucking time. Yeah, because I never like cared. First of all, I fucking hate people, so I'm like, I don't want to be in a movie theater with people.
You're not
So I'm like,
interacting with nobody. Watching the movie.
I mean, yeah, but people just being
I like
around
the
me.
energy.
Just,
I like the
go
energy
fuck
of
home.
at least in
See, you
Spider-Man.
might not know this, Arcade,
Yeah,
but
what?
usually when you're a bigger guy, you kind of have to get engaged with other people because you're gonna be touching them pretty much the whole fucking time.
Bro, we were the only
Yeah.
people like that had to constantly be pulling their feet in for people to walk down the aisle. Because
Yeah.
like I'm 6'4", Kenny's like 6'5", like above average height. So we're fucking pulling our feet in to let people walk in and out constantly. And it's like if we were, if either A, we were shorter or B, motherfucker would just sit down, then you know.
Yeah, I go to.
I mean, it's like
I go to a dine-in theater, and it's like recliner seats, and all the seats are very separated, and because they have like these trays. That
Same
come in.
here.
So it's less people. It's a smaller theater, a lot more space.
Wait,
I love it.
6.
Well, see, the one we went to, they have reclining seats, but they're all fucking like pressed against each other instead of like separated. So they have like just as many seats as they used to, like
Yeah.
with a regular fucking auditorium. But
Yeah.
like now, when you like for me and Joey, when we put our fucking feet out, we gotta like tuck our feet back in when people walk by because our fucking feet are hanging off so much.
If you're coming to
6.
Menlo, there's a lot.
Let me ask you something, 6. When you're at the movie theater, are you the movie theaters by you? Are they like the old-fashioned ones where you're like pulling the seat down and sitting, or are they like recliners?
Oh no. But no. Yeah, they pull the seat down and you sit in them bitches.
You don't have the recliners by you yet?
Nope.
Oh, you got to come up to Jersey and fucking experience that shit.
Ours has fucking
We
heated
luxury
seats.
here.
Yeah.
Heated leather seats.
No, they're not heated.
Oh, yeah. Ours are.
Heated.
Deadass, ours was heated.
Yeah. I accidentally hit mine because my ass is so fucking big. I hit it. I went, man, I gotta take my sweatshirt off, man. I'm getting fucking hot. I looked over. I was like, and that's fucking why. Fucking turned off.
Recliner seats.
I mean,
best.
not only not only that, like going to fucking like movie theaters. First of all, and like you say, okay, you don't have to interact with nobody, but it's also weird as fuck when you have fucking like nearly everybody fucking staring at you. Like, first of all, they ain't seen a tall fucking black guy before. I'm sure they turned flipping channels and they seen basketball before, so they seen plenty of tall black. So they seen plenty of tall black.
You're not used to this yet?
No, I'm used to it,
How
but
many
it's
years
like
on this planet do you gotta live until you're used to this?
I don't think I'll ever get used to it. It's just something about people.
So,
like, someone
the
staring at me
reason-
pisses me
Ignore
off.
them, no?
The reason is because they're trying to actually see if you are an athlete. Deadass. People are
Right.
looking at you to see
mean,
if
yeah.
you are.
I mean, another thing
No,
is
you
like
just
I don't
probably
like.
stand out. I mean,
Yeah,
tall
here's another
guys
thing I don't
stand
like
out.
going out to. I don't like going out and being around other tall people. Like around like Kenny and Joe, I might not be comfortable at first, and I'll tell you why. Being around other tall people, I've always been, except my real father. My real father was 7'1".
Oh.
God
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
It's a
He's
huge
tall
bitch.
motherfucker. And I've always been, other than him, which I never really been around him much. I was always the tallest out of everybody. I was always the tallest in my class, so taller than all the teachers. I was the tallest in my fucking school. So being around someone else that's like almost as tall as me or taller than me, it's just fucking weird. It's like almost like you're challenging my dominance. Like you're trying to, like, you're trying to fuck with me. And like they purposely, like them tall motherfuckers, they purposely stare at my ass too, so they know, like, hey, bitch, I'm almost got your ass, but I'm taller than you. Man, fuck you, bitch. Anyway, yeah, that's like I don't like that shit. Wait, Arcade, how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11", short, bitch.
And I'm skinny.
Wait. Blakers is here. We could pick on his fucking elf
Yeah,
ass.
where the fuck is Blakers? The first time I'm here, and now he's not.
I
fuck
don't
is
know.
he?
I don't know.
Oh my
I called
God,
him
what a
twice. He didn't fucking answer.
bitch.
He probably just went to bed.
Probably.
Bro, you know what's crazy? So like in college, the kids I saw, like I didn't really see the basketball team, but one of my friends, he was like 6'8" or 6'9", and he was on the volleyball team. And I was like chilling with him, and then his volleyball teammates came out of the gymnasium. My dude, I never felt so short in my life. Some of those motherfuckers were actually over 7 foot tall. Like they were
Motherfuckers are
big motherfucker. And like I asked my friend, I was like, yeah, why don't you don't play basketball? And he's like, nah, bro, I got a scholarship for volleyball and shit. Like paid for his college. Like, like there's a lot of tall motherfuckers that play basketball out there, but a lot of people don't want to play volleyball. And he's like, shit, paid for college.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also a drug dealer, so I mean that,
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
I remember going to your
Kenny's like,
fucking
oh, that
school.
guy is my plug, right?
Oh yeah, my
Well, no,
plug.
'cause I remember going to Joey's school. I forget what the fuck we were giving him. And Joey
Drugs.
gets back in the car and he goes,
Money.
yeah, that guy's a
Or
drug
drugs.
dealer. I went, Why the fuck are we here then?
Because I was selling him things to sell. I was the plug's plug, not drugs.
I got
I'm gonna
you.
make
Yeah,
that clear.
my ass.
That's
And
not
not-
drugs,
you're
okay.
Incriminating yourself, Joe.
No. It
It's
was not drugs. It was
Oh, it was vapes, wasn't it?
yeah. Because
Gotta make
it
money
wasn't
somehow.
yeah, it wasn't just drugs. It's fucking whatever you want. So I was a vape connect. So I fucking sold them vapes, bro. I was flipping to the flipper, homie, dead ass. I'm not even kidding.
Who was the fucking supplier?
He said he flipping to the flipper.
Like my dude, he was the extension cord. I was the outlet. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, arcade.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told Monkey. Did I tell you all about this? Monkey and Chooch about the comic book guy that pitched the racist white guy. They're like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell the story. I didn't tell Arcade. There was literally a guy that went into like this. This is like for DC, a guy that came in and pitched a comic book idea. The comic book idea was sort of about this white guy who was racist as fuck, and every time he got mad or stressed out, he turned into a black guy.
What the fuck?
That's dead as a real fucking thing.
Wait, he was pitching it to
It's
you?
like- No. He was pitching it to DC executives, like the
Oh.
comic book writers. Yeah, and the crazy thing was, it's like that's literally like Marvel's version of the Hulk, just not racy. So, like, hey,
Wait,
I ain't
but
gonna
that
lie,
was his
I would've,
only
like, been
superpower that
interested.
he just turned a different skin color, or did he?
Yeah, he just turned black. So
Did he
really,
get, like, powers?
his superpower fucked him up.
So I
He was racially
described like
manipulated.
his like whole plot to Six. I was like, can you just imagine if he was like a med student, and he was like studying for like a really like big test, and he got really stressful, and all of a sudden you just see him reach for like a 40. He's like, no.
Oh shit! This is fucking hilarious.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't like vet him first. Be like, what are you trying to fucking, give us a premise before you really deep dive into this
Yeah,
fucking
what
bullshit.
more?
Actually,
Like,
I'm surprised. Actually, I'm low key
Did he get bit
surprised
by
this didn't go
a
through.
black person?
This was.
How did he, how did he get this power?
I'm low key surprised this didn't go through because this was in like the 1970s. So I'm like, I'm
okay.
low key surprised that didn't go through. And I was like, I ain't
Can
gonna
you
lie, I would be
imagine-
interested. I
Can you
might
imagine it got bigger than Batman?
this is fucking old racist ass white
Yeah.
guy turns into a
Six.
black guy.
You
What?
get like a piece of popcorn right there in your chest.
That's not popcorn, it's styrofoam.
What,
I'm
you
literally
fucking
just fucking-
styrofoam,
Just ripping up styrofoam from a plastic
Just
cup.
chewing on it.
fucking munching on that shit.
Yeah.
But like, could you imagine if like it got approved back in the 70s and that was what Batman is today?
That shit would get that shit would get canceled so quick into today. That would not be a thing. It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, what is your
Well, you seen Tropic
superpower?
Thunder?
I turn black.
When I get angry, I turn black.
I'm a white dude playing a black dude playing a. I don't know what it is. He was
I'm a white dude playing a black
no.
dude
Dude
playing
playing
another
a-
black dude.
playing another black dude.
I'm
No.
a guy disguised as the guy disguised as
Another
another dude.
guy.
No, I'm a
No,
dude
yeah,
playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I'm just laughing.
You ever seen
Robert
Tropic
Downey
Thunder?
Jr. Tropic Thunder.
Robert Downey Jr. The only time Robert
Oh,
Robert Downey
fuck.
Jr. getting
Yeah,
away with
yeah, yeah,
blackface
Yeah, I still don't know how the fuck he didn't get canceled for that shit.
because it was a
To be
fun,
honest,
great
it didn't
movie
look
because
like
it was
Robert Downey
funny.
Jr.
It
didn't
was.
look
I
like
mean,
Robert Downey Jr.
it didn't. It did not look like
No, it
Robert
didn't.
Downey Jr.
No,
at
I
all.
didn't
honest,
actually.
To be honest, I thought it was who's that fucking guy? Samuel L. Jackson. I thought it was Samuel L. Jackson, just like, yeah, I don't know why. Oh, motherfuckers look alike to me. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I get you.
I mean, the fact that I'm not even like a lot of like people, black community are triggered by, which is a little bit understandable, but like I don't give a fuck. I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr. is fucking.
Yeah.
fucking
You're gonna
awesome,
cancel
so,
Iron Man, really?
Yeah, like you ain't gonna.
It
cancel
was.
fucking-
It's
I
a
mean,
movie that couldn't be
he's
made
dead,
today.
so.
But what was it? 2007 or something like that. Like, I think it was done
Yeah,
at the
something
perfect
like that.
time right
And
before,
then he became Iron Man.
and he became Iron Man.
Not only does he do blackface, but they also say retard a lot in the movie, which probably would not be
Yeah.
acceptable nowadays in movies.
There's also
Yeah,
something
it's-
about like gay in there as well with the guy who's a
Yeah.
rapper,
Jack,
the booty
Jack,
sweat.
yeah,
The
Jack
booty
Black
sweat.
also says Jack
Yeah,
Black is also addicted to cocaine. He's like, I'll suck your dick. I'll
it's a
suck your
fucked
dick
up
with
movie.
cocaine.
But I think that stuff should be fine. You should be able to make a movie like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I thought it was
You
fucking
can't say
hilarious.
retard. Like, come on.
You never go full retard.
You never
Oh, yeah.
go forward.
That's the thing too.
It
Like,
was
how did
Special Jack or something?
Yeah,
no, it's
Ben Stiller,
is it Special
Ben
Jack?
Stiller.
Special Jack.
Happy Jack? Cactus Jack? It's like Travis Scott.
God, night,
No,
Joe.
but like even Ben Stiller, how did he not get canceled for doing that part?
Because
You
the
know what I
movie
mean?
was well written. It was
Yeah.
funny. You know, it's like
As long as they're doing it out of comedy and people like
Yeah,
receive
like-
the joke well,
yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
You're golden.
Yeah, because you can't cancel someone like for acting. Like it's acting. That's what they're doing. You can't cancel someone for that. That's not how they are. Well, as far as we know,
Look
that's
at
not how they are
Zoolander.
in
I mean,
real life.
that they don't ever
Yeah.
say that he's special, but like,
Yeah.
come on.
Hey, okay, hey, a real quick question for you all. Quick question. What is a celebrity? I've asked these people so many questions. What is a celebrity that you think is racist? Like just like off their looks?
There are a lot of them.
Alec
What do you think
Baldwin.
is one that's face? Huh?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec-
Alec Baldwin? Really?
Hell
I
yeah.
think a lot of the old white dudes. Probably.
Listen, I'm gonna
Betty
be
White.
honest. I'm gonna be honest.
Six, you're racist, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm joking. Leonardo DiCaprio played that role a little bit too goddamn well in Django.
No, yeah, but he played it perfect. But he played it.
Yeah, no,
but-
he's just
No, that
Come
was
on,
too
he's
goddamn
in
perfect.
Django Unchained. Like
It
maybe
was on. You know what I
he's a
mean?
great actor. Come on, no.
He is a great.
Maybe
I'm
he-
not saying he's not a
maybe
great
he
actor.
is,
He
but-
is.
He still played an amazing part in an amazing.
You know who I think
He
is
did,
kinda,
yeah.
you
For
know
the
who I
art.
bet you is racist as fuck?
Boy,
Betty White.
Betty White. I don't.
nah.
No.
That
No
chick's
shot.
100 years
Maybe.
old. You don't think she got one racist bone in her body?
I feel. I mean, okay. Let me just
She's
say
fucking
this.
turn of the century, man. Like that chick lived through a lot of crap.
She did.
I mean,
I mean,
a lot of
if
people
You don't
are
think sometime in her life she held a whip? I bet you she did.
What?
I bet you she
No.
fucking did.
I bet you if a black person walked by her table at a rrestaurant and knocked over her water, she wouldn't hesitate to call him the N-word. I mean, she wouldn't hesitate to come out just naturally, boy.
Oh
Hey,
no, you know who's the guy that
Go
played
ahead.
who played Agent K in Men in Black?
I know what you're talking
Um,
about.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't remember the
actor. I
name,
can't
though.
remember his name.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I think he's probably racist.
But an old white dude. That's close
Yeah.
to death.
Yeah,
No, okay,
man,
no.
you know?
Does anybody else get? What's the dude from Mission Impossible?
Tom Cruise?
Mission-
Yeah, anybody else get racy vibes from Tom Cruise just by his looks?
I get
By
Scientology
his
vibes.
Well,
looks?
he was in
Maybe.
Outsiders, and I feel like he could have pulled it off then for racy vibes, but not.
Mhm.
I mean, I also think that who's the person that plays the guy with the eye patch in MCU? Nick Fury,
Nick Fury? Yeah,
I think
Samuel
he's-
L. Jackson.
Samuel.
Jackson. Yeah, I think he also is probably racist.
Again, for white people?
Yes, racism works both
Yeah,
ways. It's not just a one-way
maybe.
street.
I'm sure a lot of. Sure. We never got past. We're never gonna get past it in this country. Okay,
Didn't Mark
because
Wahlberg
Fuck no.
didn't Mark Wahlberg actually get in trouble for saying the N-word or some shit?
I don't know.
I don't think it was Mark Wahlberg.
Oh
I
no,
think it
he
might have been
until-
something different.
beat a guy almost to death. I think that's what it was. He punched a guy and the guy almost died or some shit. Like I think
Was it a black guy?
I don't know if it was a black guy or not.
Did my man just say was it a
Is it a black guy?
He's about to.
I said, was it a black guy? That's what I said. God damn it, fucking bitch.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Samuel Jackson also gives off a little vibes of.
I can see it. I can
Yeah.
see it.
If you were to pick
It's-
I
one
mean,
actor,
racism isn't okay nowadays, but back in the
who's
day,
one-
like it was
who's
Oh,
one
that's
the right
actor-
thing to.
normal.
It was okay. It was like
Yeah.
who wasn't? You know,
Yeah.
like 50, 60 years ago at least. I mean, like 1950,
40,
1940.
50, yeah.
Who's
you
one
know?
actor you guys would hang out with, like grab a beer with? One actor.
Dead or alive? Or just
Keanu.
alive?
Dead or alive. I don't know why that matters.
Well, these are just probably some they
Keanu.
would consider if they were,
Stupid
Keanu Reeves?
dick. Oh.
You said?
Yeah, that's
do
who.
you think?
Yeah, that's who Arcade said.
Who did I say?
You said Keanu Reeves, right?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's
That's a
down to
tough
earth,
one.
yeah.
That's a
Good
tough
choice.
one. I'm gonna have to say Robert Downey.
I'm gonna say James Franco.
I'm gonna say Chris Pratt.
Oof. Wait, you're saying James Franco? All right.
Wait,
all
wait,
right.
Why,
didn't
you
he-
think he's fucking high?
There's a lot
Wait,
of
didn't he-
fucking controversy right now
Yeah, I was just saying-
around
I was
this
saying-
fucking guy. You're
Hold
picking
on.
a weird choice.
Why?
Hold on,
What's going on with James Franco? I don't think
forget-
I've ever-
Him-
there was a
him
lot of controversy
admitting
with him,
to like sexual assault or stuff like that. which-
Okay, well, no, that wasn't the reason behind the
That's
fucking
amazingly recent.
reason. So, dude, no, because the reason you have to consider James Franco is because you know for a fact that motherfuckers bring you to some of the craziest parties you'll ever be to, and I'm not talking sexual misconduct parties. I'm talking about parties.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's
Well, there's a
the
lot of
thing,
people
that's
distancing
that's-
themselves from James Franco.
Yeah, and that's
Seth
the thing
Rogen,
too.
then.
You
Sure, Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
I
I
know
like
it's-
Seth Rogen.
yeah, Seth Rogen.
Same crowd.
You said James Franco and like the party shit. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm on board with that because some of you white people be partying a little bit too goddamn hard. Like y'all be doing the craziest shit. You can't
They
even
do white
deny
people
that
drugs.
shit. Yeah, y'all do white people drugs. Y'all be partying a little bit too goddamn hard. A little bit.
The white
Y'all do
stuff.
crazy shit.
White people
Do
like
you?
the white stuff.
They like the white stuff.
You know,
Hey,
the
oh,
cocaine is the crack cocaine. Just the
No.
pills.
What,
I don't know.
no, Joey's just like, you know what? Instead
don't
of James Franco, how about Bill Cosby? I'll take Bill Cosby.
How about Jeffrey Epstein?
Alright, I'm done. Goodbye.
These are all pretty good choices, I think. They can teach us a lot, you know.
I don't know. I mean, if we're talking like superhero people, though,
I was saying just in general.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Why?
the things
Why?
I would do.
She's
You wouldn't
hot?
even know what the fuck to do with her,
If
Joe.
she's hot, that's it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, yes, sir.
What to do? What? Hang out? What are we doing? Or just to meet?
Hang out, yeah.
Hang out. Let's put some quotes
And if
around
it
that.
leads to other things,
Which it won't.
Yeah, you might call me fucking
don't
crazy, but I don't think she's that hot.
don't crush my.
I don't think
What?
she's that hot.
What you like?
I mean, she's not the
Okay,
hottest
name
She's
someone in
like-
the MCU that's better than her in MCU.
in the
Scarlet
MCU.
Scarlet Witch is
Uh,
hot too, but
Marissa
No,
Tomei,
not
what's her
better
name?
than Scarlett Johansson.
May.
Oh my god,
Zendaya? Zendaya.
No, Zendaya-
Zendaya.
Zendaya's way too young, I think, for me.
She's
you
literally
know-
the same age as like we are.
Yeah,
No way.
she's like 23,
Yeah.
23, 24.
Right.
Yeah,
And the
so
reason
20 years
why-
of
You want to see Dune?
The reason why you're gonna say you say that Scarlett Johansson is not like the hottest is because she's not sexualized anymore. You go back to like Iron Man Scarlett Johansson.
Wait, sorry, I said the wrong person. I just realized.
What do you think?
Scarlett Johansson is definitely a really good one. I meant Margot Robbie. This whole time.
Oh,
I'll agree with
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
I'll get
Margot
behind that
Robbie.
one. She's not
She's hot.
MCU, but I'll get behind that.
She's hot.
Yeah. That's what I
Stone.
meant. Scarlett Johansson
I-
too, but
That how sex? What is that? What do you mean?
I can't get on board with that.
Why?
I
That dirty Brooklyn accent don't do it for you?
No, it don't do it for me.
Brooklyn
Scarlett
accent,
Johansson.
homie. She's from
That just-
Australia.
I know, but in every fucking movie she plays some Brooklyn broad.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Yeah. But Scarlett Johansson, it's just something about Scarlett Johansson. It's just she got that beautiful ass smile too. Yeah. Yeah.
He's getting on board. He's getting on board.
Yeah, that's what you like about her fucking smile. Yeah.
No, I like a lot of other things, but see, I focus on the face too, not just on the body. You know, you gotta focus on the face too. Because if the face ain't shit, then I mean, you can put a bag over the bitch, but I mean, other than that, I mean, like, say you actually want to have a relationship, and I'm not marrying no ugly bitch with a banging body. Because first of all, you gotta stare at that motherfucker every goddamn day, all goddamn day long. You gotta stare at it.
Yeah, I guess.
And and I don't want to stare at that shit. So
Look how serious his fucking face is.
it's true. How would you like to stare at someone that's ugly every goddamn day?
Well, if
What do
you
you
if you don't find,
he's in the call.
you're saying married. You're saying married to though, right?
Yeah.
Like spending the rest of your life with. Sure. If you don't find they're attractive, like what? You haven't find your wife attractive,
Yeah,
right?
but here's the thing.
I
You're
hang out
married.
with
It's
nothing
not like
but
you're having
ugly
sex
people.
anyways. What?
I said I hang out with nothing but ugly people. Or even in this call.